Hey, BookTube. It's me again, looking like a lunatic. Well, I got some stuff to talk about today. Um, I am here to let you know two things. One, I finished Tanner Pellucidar, which was pretty okay. It wasn't amazing, but it was exciting and it kept me going. And as the book went on, I was getting more into it and more into it. So it did exactly what it was supposed to do. The next book in the Pellucidar series, if you remember me first talking about Pellucidar, you'll remember this, um, is Tarzan at the Earth's Core. And I was really worried because that's the 13th Tarzan book, and I'm only on book 7. But I really want to finish the Pellucidar books. So I said to myself, maybe you can read this one book out of order if it's focused more on Pellucidar. And there was a part of me that was like confused because Tanner Pellucidar, it doesn't necessarily end on a cliffhanger, but it ends on one unresolved issue from the book and another issue starting. And but not in the sense that if you never read the next book, like it would like bother you, you know. Um, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. Now both Tanner Pellucidar and Tarzan Third Core I don't have copies of, but the audio books of them are on. Are they on LibriVox? Did I get it there? Probably got it there. Um, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna listen to like the first chapter or two of this and just see how this whole situation takes place. And sure enough, man, oh my gosh, like it totally makes sense. It makes sense as to what happened at the end of the book before it. It makes sense as to why Tarzan would want to do this. It makes sense at how it's even possible for them to do it. And there's another bit of Edgar Rice Burroughs either making himself a character in his work or making his work seem as though it's completely legit and real. Um, and there was a little tongue-in-cheek moment, and I was like, oh man, I hope he doesn't just like beat this dead horse, but he totally left it. um, Basically, this guy goes up to Tarzan and says, I have a letter of recommendation from someone that we both hold in high regard. And he's referring to a letter from Edgar Rice Burroughs. And it was just like, I'm like, oh, that is class. That is class. So, I just like again read the first couple chapters or listened to the first couple chapters, and I was like, oh, this has the makings to be very, very good. So, I haven't really gone back to it yet, but I was just really glad that it wasn't just some like, oh, meanwhile in Pellucidar, and like they totally just like neglect everything that just happened in the book before it. So, as far as like my series love goes, this is like checking all the boxes for me. Um, I love it when a book series, even if it's something like Sherlock Holmes, okay? Like you don't need to know the case before the case you're reading about in order to enjoy a Sherlock Holmes book. But references will be made, and I love that. Like, I'm trying to think of another author that does this really, really well. Um, Mickey Spillane. That's just in my head because I just did that thing about him. Um, in the beginning, wasn't great at it, but by the time the second era of Mike Hammer books came around, which would start with, I think, The Girl Hunters was the first one of that era. He kind of relies on it too much. He just assumes that everyone has read every book that he's written. Um, but, whatever. It's fine. Oh, man, I was just so stoked. Like, I can't, like, stress how excited I was about that. Because I was like, Zoe tells me that I worry about things that I should never actually worry about. Um, but I was like really stressing out that it was going to be like just some like random like story that had nothing to do with like the events that were left unresolved in the book before it. I was just like cringing. And sometimes Zoe has to sit down and say, "Now, babe, people don't worry about these things. Like, you need to not worry about these things." And she's very tactful most of the time. Um, there's times when she lays on the sarcasm pretty thick, but I could see right through it because she's not that good of a liar. Um, but yeah, so that's just something in case you guys were interested. Oh my god, I'm trying to decide if I want to read it right now or if I want to read it later. The reason why I'm like, is because, are you ready for this? I was going to do my risky business underwear slide, but decided against it. I'm home by myself. What's that you say? I know. I was going to have a party, but I don't like any of my friends, so having them over would like ruin my day alone. The dogs are still here, but Shaylee as is at her friend's house and is going to a what do you call it? Like a some sort of performance, Christmas performance, to see her friends perform later today. So she's not going to be home until later. Zoe's at work until 8. So this motherfucker has free reign, bitches. So I think what I'm going to do is play some Zelda. And I know the Nintendo Nay has put like some sort of like foot down on YouTubers Tay. Oh, that's not right, but it's okay. You know what I mean. Doing live stream says of their aim gaze. Are you guys following me? I don't want to get flagged or lag fud. Okay. I don't think it. I don't think the automator analytic thing picks up on broken Pig Latin. If you notice, my Pig Latin is not or rect K most of the time. So what I wanted to do was play some Eldaze from the Nintendo Nay Entertainment E. Oh, that's awful. Istamse. So I think I'm going to do a live stream on my other channel that has like 3 subscribers. And I realized that one thing I did do when I've been like promoting it is that I'm promoting it as the Twitch channel name, which is Atari Kong. But on YouTube, it's because it's on a Google account, it has my AIMNAY. I don't know why I did that, but it's Matt Ari, like Matari, Atari Kong. Atari. So it's like Matt space Ari. So I don't know what has been in my head, but I'm wondering if I should do, because it's kind of Vlogmasy, just freaking hanging out. I'm wondering if I should do a randomizer, or if I should just do like a straight up game. I think I'll do a straight up game to wet my palate, and then go to the randomizer later. So I'll do a little video to let you know when my other channel is live, with me doing that. And it would just be like me playing a game. It would be like you coming over to my house and sitting on my couch and us having a conversation while I'm playing a video game. So it's totally rude, and you're just going to have to deal. But party time, excellent. Like, I got the house to myself. Okay? Just pull those old records off the shelf. Here, look. There, I did it. That was much easier than me getting up in the kitchen and trying to do that. So, for those of you who are old enough to understand that reference, I will be posting a video letting you know when the other stream is live. So until then, everybody, let me know down below how you feel about series books when they don't necessarily use continuity between the books. That's just like such an interesting thing for me. Like, it's really like a make it or break it kind of thing. And I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.